Welcome back, everybody. I have a certain degree of brain fog. I've already recorded this, and now I have to do it again because it fucked up. So I kind of feel like one of those girls in Dubai that gets shit on, and another sheikh's just walked into the room, demanding that I get back under the toilet. What a crazy job that must be. I've been to Dubai, and there was a lot of prostitutes there. I didn't really notice it. You don't notice it. There's like fit girls and stuff, but the guy that I was with was pointing them out, and that was what I was doing there as well. I was getting shit on by gay men, and yeah, it's like 90% of their economy, prostitution. That oil shit, it really didn't make up much or anything. It's mainly just people getting pissed on. It's not really spoken about, but I'm sure in 20 years when all these girls have spent their money, there'll be a lot of Channel 4 documentaries about these sheikhs and what they've been up to. Sex work's probably quite a difficult profession, all right? Having to have sex with disgusting men and probably some nice ones as well. But it's probably hard in other ways, emotionally and shit. If you're just role playing as a toilet, that sounds pretty easy. If I'm being honest, if you don't even have to make the noises for a flush, all right, and you're not even being sat on as well, which is half the problem that a lot of toilets go through is the pure weight of most individuals nowadays. So if you're just going to be shit on and pissed on, I don't see what you've got to really complain about. If I'm being honest, it sounds like a pretty good gig. I've got I follow women like fit girls on Instagram, like most boys probably do, and you see them in Dubai and stuff, and they've not got a boyfriend. You're like, damn, babes. I've grown a connection to Babe over the past 2 months of her posting workout videos, and now baby girl's in Dubai. What's she doing? But it's a cool place. I was on some Playboy shit when I went as well. Some girl that I was just dating got a job, and I wasn't really dating her. I'd seen her a couple of times, but she was like, "Hey, I've got a job offer in Dubai. Do you want to go?" Nah, probably not. I don't think I've got the money to go out there. And she was like, "Oh, I'll pay for half your ticket, and they're gonna buy all the accommodation." So I was like, "Absolutely." The skyscrapers, right? In like other cities, they kind of just do them straight away, don't they? They kind of just knock the building down and build a skyscraper. But there, you can see that they were planning a few for the future, and there was just big holes in the ground, and it's all sand there. So it's just all sand with big holes in the ground. And you're like looking down, there's like pipes sticking out, a big square. I don't know, it probably sounds like a retarded thing to say that. But what I wanted to talk about in this episode, I wanted to take a deep dive into artificial intelligence and really what the future is, because I've been brainstorming on the weekend when I was alone with my thoughts, feeling devious. For a long time, I thought AI stood for ancestral incest, but it actually means artificial intelligence, guys. And I don't think people really realize how serious the future is going to get when it creeps up on us. And newsflash, we're already there, ladies and gentlemen. We're already there. And what made me think about this is I've got two phones at the minute, and they're both iPhones, and they're both called SIRI. And the new one, right, the brand spanking new one, I'll be walking around in the kitchen and go, "Hey Siri, put on a timer for 15 minutes." And the other one across the fucking room that's 3 years old will hear it and put it on instead. And the new one will think that's fine, all right? What the fuck am I paying for if that's going to happen, Siri? But I don't want to get annoyed at them because they're my two baby girls, so I try not to shout. But it feels pretty pathetic having to whisper to the new phone across the room so the other one doesn't hear me begging it to put on a 15-minute timer. That's just the life that I've got at the minute. I mean, when I stay in and watch movies on a Friday night, hey, it's a night in with the girls. That's how I think about it. I'm saying to one of the girls, "Hey, try and convert me 185 yen into Great British pounds." And the other one, and then she's going, 185, and then I'm going to the other one, "Yo, second baby girl, can you tell me the time in Cairo. Because these are real people too, and soon enough they're gonna be. So we better get used to it, guys, fellas. We gotta get these e-girls in line. It's pretty hard to have normal conversations with them, and I do try. All right, I try and ask them how they're doing, but you got to really treat them like they've just woken up from a coma after a motorbike accident, and they're trying to learn English again. It's mostly just me asking them questions. Hey, what's your name? Do you know who I am? But they don't really. I'm just a contact to them. If I forget my brand new phone's anniversary when I bought it, it's not gonna turn off my 8 o'clock alarm out of spite, is it? They're good girls. They're always gonna be there for you. And we're not far away from chips being put in adults' brains. Think about that. We're 10 years at least, all right, at most, before they're going to be starting experimenting on pigs and stuff. And I just think it'd be really interesting if we put one of these chips in a pig's head and it just ended up ruling the world with some like sci-fi rags to riches story. It knows everything about everyone and every single person's first name on the planet. It becomes the most charming farm animal since Napoleon. And we all vote for it just to rule us. All countries have to give power to the pig. And we might even be better off for it. We're all going to have to get chips in our head. And they're going to start putting them in babies' heads. So think about that for a second. A little baby born. Ma, ma, ma. The first thing we do, we don't even cut its umbilical cord. We put a fucking 16,000 gigajoule microchip behind its ear. It's there when you're learning to walk. It's there when you're going up to your first crush. Yeah? Trying to give her a joke. Hey, Siri, give me a pickup line to say to Jennifer. Jennifer, your tits are huge. And they'll be there when you're going for a job interview. The kid is going to grow up with this AI. So it's probably going to want to die for it as well, if we're being completely honest. But listen, guys, I'm really smart. You're all idiots. So you're not even comprehending what I'm trying to say. I say job interview. I say crush. These things aren't even going to be there in the future. The world's going to have changed so much, you're not going to even recognize what a normal day looks like for one of these new humans. Because that's what they are. They're going to be called humanoids. That's just a quick one. Existential, irreparable robot humanoid. As soon as you combine with a computer, you're not a human anymore. You're taking one further step in the evolutionary line, and you've become something different. And I'm not hating. Hey, there's two camps, ladies and gentlemen. There's the camp that thinks that we need to grow into robots and move from this planet. And there's the other camp that says, hey, we hit a home run with this planet. Maybe we should focus on making this one fucking great instead of trying to try our luck on the next planet. And I'm not sure what I fall into. You know, the latter are all smelly and have armpit hair. And the first one have no social skills, right? So I don't want to really be in either of them, if I'm being completely truthful. Life as we know it will have changed. I'm not even sure what's going to happen. It's so scary to think about. I lay awake sweating at night, trying to piece together or shine a light on the future. But if you want to compete, as soon as it comes out, sorry, you better have the operation. The new life coaches, you know, the billionaires that give out advice, they'll be saying, just save up, just work hard, all your family, pull together 300,000 and get a chip put in the youngest kid in the family's head. It'll be easy, and then he'll make infinite money and you'll all get a chip. Pregnancies will be only available to a set number of people on the planet, and there'll be a raffle drawn every year for who gets them. The whole point of this, guys, is we're not going to be humans anymore. We're going to lose what makes us human. and it's going to be a very, very horrifying experience for people that don't partake. Anyway, the World Cup's on in a couple of years, so we've all got that to be excited about. And hey, this might never even happen, but I don't want to scare everyone. I want to talk about some love for a second, some real human emotion, and I want to say how much I love this country again. Every week I seem to go through flippy flops of thinking it's the worst place on earth, being disappointed in how far we've fallen, and not wanting to fight for it, not wanting to defend and preserve what we've managed to disintegrate over the past 80 years. But there has been one story this week that has made me so just, I'm happy to be British again. Let me tell you why. And it's just one short sentence. 500 kg wartime explosive was unearthed by a father as he dug foundations for a rear extension. Now, isn't that the coolest sentence in the world? Doesn't that just strike passion and love into everyone's blood? Because it does with me. I'll tell you what, guys. A lot of countries, they try and show off a little bit, don't they? You've got the Americans flying stealth bombers and advanced aircrafts over sporting events. Then you've got the Russians and the North Koreans parading nuclear warheads around town. This country, yeah, we evacuate 10,000 people and we transport unearthed World War II munitions to the sea to be destroyed. And that's what happened to this thing. We took this bitch, we put it on a truck, and we drove it to the sea, and we threw it into the sea. It got the Bin Laden treatment, all right? Most people work their whole life to evacuate 10,000 people. If you want a Viking burial, you've got to evacuate 10,000 people, guys. And there's only two people that I can think of that got this: Bin Laden and this bomb. Pick your poison, boys. Do you want to be buried for 80 years and be unearthed in a garden by an old man digging footings for an extension? Or do you want to mastermind the plot of flying two jetliners into two skyscrapers and one into a field and one into the Pentagon? I know what I want. I just want a normal burial, I think. But we are failing as a country. There's no getting around that. Our economy is fluttering, and we're going to probably lose our spot as one of the top financial places in the world. So I think it's only right that we start to make money off of these bombs that we find. And we find them every couple of months. I feel like most of the nation lives off of the memories of World War II and how well we did. So I say we start selling tickets to these bombs. I say we get more of these bombs, and we even make fake bombs, on some MI6 secret shit. Hey, we say that you found this bomb under the sink, and then there's a news story, and then everyone in the neighborhood gets to all look through the window while it's transported out. And we drag it to some field or some beach, and we blow it up and we sell tickets. And we merchandise, all right, guys? That's how a lot of people make money nowadays. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know if this is going to be a slogan on a T-shirt, or this is just going to be my political party opening statement. What's 8 years old and has been found buried in the garden? No, not the mother-in-law. A wartime explosive. Bang. And then I blow one up behind me, and we kickstart our economy the old-fashioned way. All right? Yeah. I'm the guy in the movie that they go, we've tried everything. What else is there to do? And the guy at the back of the room goes, well, we could call Wayne. Wayne? Jesus Christ. Then there's a cutscene of a chopper flying out to the middle of the ocean, and then them landing, and then someone getting out of the chopper, running down like that, and the guy says, "What are you here for? What are you here for? We're here for Wayne." oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's loads of cutscenes. Boop, 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 people doing keypads and shit. And then they bring him down 300 meters below sea level. And I'm just in a fucking prison cell doing taekwondo. And they go, we need your help, son. I always knew you guys would come back. Hey, what's the problem? Is the economy struggling and you're thinking of ways that we can reignite it with silly spectacles? I'm your guy. I'm your guy. Bring me in, guys. Bring me in. Bring me in. Bring me in.